Mate, what is happening today? What is happening? Do I have all the right setup? I do. Hello, it's me. It's Greg Nashi. Man, it's been a big week, so I'm kind of cooked. But yeah, very fun. Went down to what have I been doing? I went and spoke at the Dfinity conference in Auckland, and then we had the Datamates conference in Melbourne. Then we spoke at the Divinity conference in Sydney, and then we were in Sydney this week for the AI tour. Mate, it was crazy. Hi, Anita. How you doing? I'm so unprepared for today's session, so I apologize, but we're going to do some fun stuff, I'm sure. But I've got to open up some things on my desktop, so we can just talk for a while. What's your biggest question about Power BI? What's on your mind at the moment? What are people up to? Ask me anything in the next 10 seconds while I'm organizing myself here. No one's got any questions. I know that because everybody's so smart and knows everything about Power BI. We were working on a report. I just got to find it. I know you can't see my desktop. Don't worry. Looks useful to learn. Want to dabble? All right, no worries. It is useful to learn. It's very useful to learn. Definitely want to dabble in Power BI, and welcome. Yeah. Well, let's show you some stuff. We'll show you some cool stuff. We've been building a report, but it's the simplest of the reports in the Power BI world. So hopefully you can kind of get your head around what's happening. Gonna find my report any second now. Just got to find the report. Second report.pbix. First report.pbix. Sales report.pbix. This is it. All right, I'm going to show my screen. First, I've got to add my screen. Oh, geez, I don't even know how to use my thing. Share screen. Select the entire screen. Share this screen, but move this over here. Share that screen. Yo, that's a screen. You should be able to see Bing, the greatest of all, the greatest of all web browsers. Hey, look at that. Power BI just opened. Just like magic. Should we do this kind of picture in picture, or should we do this one? I'm worried that I get over the top. We can see it. Thanks, Jamie. I was trying to close the Azure Maps visual dialog box on the stream. That doesn't work. All right, here we are. What does this dialog box mean, people say? They've just upgraded maps in Power BI. So now they're like, hey, don't use normal maps. Use the coolest Azure maps because they're cooler than the normal maps. Take advantage of heat maps and real-time traffic overlays and all that kind of stuff. And so I think if you've got a map, which I do in this report, then it asks you to upgrade it. We'll go through the report, don't worry. Wondering if I'm ready to set my... here's a question from Skipping Stones. Let's have a look. Wondering if I'm ready to sit my PL300 MSP or BI data analyst exam. Been a year since I studied for it, so starting fresh again. Yeah, so PL300's kind of interesting. You need some practical knowledge. Like, honestly, just doing Power BI is really useful, but then they'll ask you about a bunch of stuff that's happening in the service. So we're going to look at the service today because I know I haven't shown you any of that yet. We've really literally just been building this report. This report's almost ready to go though, and so I'll show you how to publish the report and then some of the stuff around the Power BI service. I'll try to avoid talking about Fabric, even though Fabric is the coolest and latest thing. But you need to know what's happening in the service as well for your PL300. You can't just get away with knowing about building graphs and all that stuff. It's my advice. So have a play around, and yeah, we'll go from there. Welcome if you're new. It's good to see you and appreciate you coming to check it out. We can close this dialog box. In fact, I'm going to click don't show this again. Convert the maps on this report. I'm just going to upgrade them and say don't show it again. I don't mind if they use Azure Maps. What did that do? That probably changed this map here to an Azure map. I think it did. So this is now, oh, no zooming. Come on. Got to learn how to zoom, Greg. Got to zoom. Got to turn on the zoom. Always forgets every week. This app can't run on your PC because I've chose the wrong app. Sorry, I'm doing some things. Don't worry, we're going to do stuff. We're going to do cool stuff soon. I promise. Zoom running. Zoom's running. So, oh, now I can zoom. This is an Azure map, and this is a regular map. And what they're saying is, hey, you should use this one. You should use that one. And so it converted this map. This is a map. Converted this map into that one. And so that's why the little squares around it. That's what happened when I clicked the upgrade maps button. So all the maps in my report got upgraded. All right, lightning recap. I do this every week, so hopefully you already know what's going on. But if you're new, this is literally the example. If you go to the example Power BI, like learn to do Power BI when you first create a report. Like if I say new report here, blank report, and I click on the tutorial for creating a new report, you basically end up with this report. I'll find the link. I'll put it somewhere. The link's pretty easy to find though. It's like use sample data, this button here, right? You use the sample data, and then there might be a link to a tutorial online. There's the tutorial. This one, okay? So if you launch that tutorial, you end up with this report when you're finished. And I was like, nah, this report's no good. And it's no good because it doesn't do lots of things that I wanted it to do. So we rebuilt it, and we rebuilt it into what we've done so far is we've made one, instead of having a bunch of stuff on the page like this. So we have which month and year had the most profit. That was one of the questions. Summer profit by country, etc., etc. The sales boss asked us a bunch of questions, and so for each question I created a page. And so this was page 1 about most profit. Which month and year had the most profit? This green one did, December, right? That's and then look, we got some nice talking. And then where is the company seeing the most success was the second question, by country and region. And so we created this one. Look, my Azure map, I want it to be not road. Oh, look at the nice new options. Dark grayscale. No, we want light grayscale, I hope. Light grayscale is nice. I don't want it to stand out too much. What's Terra? Is that like, oh, look, it's got mountains. That's cool. See, Azure Maps are cool. Blank, high contrast, road, satellite, hybrid. Okay, we're just going to stick with grayscale. I'm going to get distracted by the map if I'm not careful. So we created this one. Where is the company seeing the most most success? We said success was profit and growth. So we said created profit and growth, right? And then the third question was, which product and segment should the company continue to invest in? And we made this page, but I wasn't that happy with it. And so then we created this top performing product. What's our top performing product by revenue or profit? Paseo is our top performing product. And then we should have what's our top performing segment as well, probably. And I kind of like this title style. So I'm going to paint the format. So what you can do, you can use Format Painter to paint the style of text, hopefully. Except it doesn't work. Stupid Format Painter. Why does it only work on some things? All right. Let's change it manually because that's what we have to do. Seago UI light it was. And it was light gray. Well, that's a bit light. Make it a bit darker. We're making things. Okay, that's nicer. It's a nicer title. And then last week we made this, which is a calculation that figures out what's our top product by profit. How cool is that? Then we use ChatGPT. We just literally used ChatGPT to make this, I'm pretty sure. If I didn't, I should. So a couple of things. I'm pivoting away from ChatGPT to Copilot because it's more secure. That's the first thing. So we're going to try and use Copilot to write our DAX from now on. I could use, there's an inbuilt Copilot. In fact, if you look here, there's a Copilot icon somewhere. Is it not here anymore? Does it disappear if I have to be logged in with the right person? If you see a Copilot icon, which for some reason, like it's usually like here, I think, that's, you need to have a premium capacity, an F64 premium capacity, no less, which means you probably can't use Copilot. If you're just doing Power BI for yourself, don't bother trying to do Copilot. So you like inbuilt Copilot, I mean, you're going to have to copy your DAX out and paste it into your Copilot, this Copilot. There's so many Copilots, and then get it to write DAX for you or whatever. But we'll experiment with that. Jamie says, did you notice that when you use the format painter, let's say you have something with dimensions of 100 by 42, copy the format, it does the borders but not the dimensions? Yeah, you're right. What it's talking about is if you have, let's have something we can ruin. Okay, so if I want to make this, I'll copy it. I'll copy the visual, and then I'll make a new page, and then I'll copy and then I'll paste the visual a couple of times. Hopefully it works. All right, and then we're going to make the borders, change the borders a little bit. Visual border on, we'll make the color a bit darker, we'll make it blue, and then we'll make it have nice rounded corners because people love rounded corners. Okay, and that's a cool format. And then we'll change the title. We'll call this Profitable Countries. I don't know, some other title. And we'll change the text color to darker. And let's say that's we're happy. But we also want to make it this big. And so what Jamie's saying is, if I click Format Painter and then I click on this, it did everything but the size, which is annoying, I guess, if you want it to be exactly the same. But it's kind of cool if you don't want it to be exactly the same, I guess. Yeah. So there you go. That's how Format Painter works. It'll paint all of this stuff over here, all of these values. It'll change, but it won't. Yeah, he's right. It won't change if you change the dimensions. I don't think that's captured here anywhere, is it? The actual dimensions of the thing. I don't think it is. Plot area background. Data format. So properties. Oh no, it is here. There it is. So I've never done this literally in 9 years of Power BI, is manually adjust the height of something pixel by pixel. Is that even going to work? What do I make it? 900. Oh yeah, it does work. Must be less than 712. Interesting. 712. Because I couldn't expand it any more than that. That's interesting. Never done that. Interesting. Thanks, Jamie. Yeah, it doesn't paint the width, height, and width. If you use Format Painter. Format Painter is very useful though if you're looking to change a bunch of visuals, like you want to change your look and feel. Okay, so I'm going to finish off this thing. What am I going to do now that I've completed all of these pages? I'm actually going to build this page again, because I know I was like, there's too much stuff on the page and it doesn't answer the question, but everybody wants a dashboard and it's not a dashboard, it's a report, I know, but everybody wants an overview. We'll call it an overview. So we're going to make that page again. We're going to make it with our cool visuals, not our crappy ones. So anyway, let's create an overview page. So I'll create a new page. I'll rename this to overview. And I'm going to paste, oh, that's the wrong visual. That was the one we had before. So the first one we want is our total profit. Which month and year had the most profit visualization? Control C. Control V. Beautiful. It's a bit big though. Put it like this and like this. All right. Next one. Where is the company seeing the most success? Now we said by profit and by growth, so we're going to use both of these. So Control C, Control V. See how they're slightly different? Now I want to do Format Painter. Do you think this will break it? Probably will. It made it gray, but other than that, it was okay. And since profit and profit are both gray, I'm okay with that. Does it do, will it paint this? Will it paint the green conditional formatting? Surely not. Total profit. So the total profit has the conditional formatting on it, right? Oh, what did I do? No, the color. The y-axis color, column color down here. This is the one that has the conditional formatting on it. And it uses the top profit month color. Okay, so big question. It did paste it. It pasted it. So that's weird. Okay, so we don't want that. But we want the color to be the same. Because it's the same value. So this is like visual, what do you call it? What do you come on, visualization people? What do you call it when a color, you use the same color because this is profit and this is profit. So you use the same color for the two. They're like terms. So you use the same color. Visual something or other. I don't know. I'm trying to make up words as I go along. So we wanted profit and we also wanted total growth. Copy this one. Back to the overview page. Yeah, I knew this was going to break at some point. Total growth by country doesn't work on this page. Why does it work here? What filters do I have applied? Just the current date. Does it need a date selected for it to work? Maybe. Is there a date selector on this one? Oh, there is. Okay. This one doesn't need a date selector. Is this going to be that there's different contexts on my pages now and I need to have a date selector that only selects certain things? Maybe. Okay, let's copy this. Even though it's on a different page, it'll still work. Now it works. See, oh, look at that. So now total profit only shows December because I've got a date slicer here. And this one changed. I think I don't want this one to interact with that one. So we've got to change the interactions, right? This one and that one, we don't want them to interact with each other. So I select this one and I go to Format up here at the top. And I hit Edit Interactions over here on the left. And then these buttons appear in the thing and it says, I want you to currently filter or I don't. And I want to click that. I don't. Don't filter. And now that looks right. And then what happens if I click that? I think I do want it to filter here for this date. Because then, yeah. So this is over time. So we don't want this date to affect that. But these ones we're okay with. Makes sense. Makes sense. Almost finished our report. Wow. We've been doing it for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 4 weeks. I don't know. I don't know if I should. I don't know about these ones. Total sales by date and product. Which product and segment should we invest in? Well, we should invest in the top performing product, Paseo. This one's a better visualization. Let's use this one. Copy. Now, we could, you're probably thinking you could do this. Oh, it did a weird sync thing. Hang on. I didn't copy my thing properly. Don't sync. Remove. I could do this as like a dashboard in the Power BI service. But I don't want it because I don't like dashboards. I like reports. Okay. Copy. Hopefully it works this time. It did. And we need to, this is also over time, so we need to fix the dates issue. So we want to click on this one first, then click on that one there. And then our little visualization works nicely. Let's make them the same width. We also don't have a border around this one. We need a border, but we don't want a very dark border. We want to have the minimum border that you can see so you can make everything neat, but still, so we got to turn on visual border, this one, which is under effects these days. Took me forever to remember that. And so the color's too dark. Look what happens with your dark color. It's too much. It's bad. It takes you away. It kind of takes you to the edges of the visual. See how the light colored ones don't do that to you? Doesn't do that to your brain while you're looking at it. Visual coding. Yeah, visual coding's pretty good. Yeah, so we need the lightest possible border is my advice to you. Use the lightest possible border. Yeah, it just makes a massive difference. All right. Where was I? General, effects, visual border, color, the lightest possible. This is the lightest possible. Oh, we could go for this even lighter border. Is that even? Oh, it is too. Only just though. Yeah, I like having borders, but I don't like borders that are any darker than that. They need to be as light as possible. Now you can put in other effects. You could do something else, I guess. But all right, we want everything to be nicely lined up. Line it up. Line it up. This is what Power BI people do all day, every day. Is line up pixels. Let's make our thing look nice. Nice. Everything's evenly distributed. I feel like these pixels are slightly out. Are they? Maybe not. Should we have a background color just to differentiate the background? This is another example of where you want the lightest possible, or you don't want to create too much contrast. Let's do an example. What happens if we change the canvas background to black? And here's a weird thing in Power BI that you might not realize. If you set a background color, it sets the transparency to 100% by default. Why? If I'm setting a color, why would I? Anyway, so you change it to 0, and then that happens. Does that look nice, everybody? No. Why? Because it's so dark. It's too much. If you're doing this kind of stuff on your reports, you're hurting people's brains when they look at your report. You're literally hurting people's brains. Don't do it. Let's have a look at what this light one looks like. That's not bad. Even that looks dark to me. I really want it to be like lighter than that almost. Can I do a custom color? Look how light. Look, it's right in the top corner. But we can go lighter because it's not white. Let's go like really light. Really, really super almost white. That's better. Does that, you can only just tell the difference, right? That's perfect. This feels like it's out of whack. I'm looking at the, oh no, it's okay now. Very subtle. Subtle differences are nice. Nice and neat. Do we answer all of our questions? What's the other problem? This title's too dark. That's the problem. We don't have a logo yet. That's a problem. These don't answer the question because that's the number one rule. Let's bring up our rules. Greg's rules of... Uh-oh. I can't find them. Hang on. I'll find them. Don't worry. I better move Excel over here, though. Who knows what's going to come up. I mean, go over there. All right. Greg's rules of Power BI. Greg's rules of Power BI. Where did I save it? I don't know where I saved it. The same place I saved this report. Looking through my computer for things. Streaming. Greg's rules of Power BI. There it is. Here's some rules. Don't click on the green load button. Answer the effing question. So we need to do that. Excel is dangerous. Always use a date table. Okay, answer the effing question. So we need to make sure we know the questions and we need to answer them. Visual coding. I think that's the name. So it's visual something like that because it's code. Yeah, visual coding's good. Growth is different, so we made that green. Now it is actually a little too close to this green. So maybe we should change the color of growth to be a slightly different color. I think we'll do that for fun. Feels like this is a visuals day today because I'm so unprepared. All right. Total growth. We want the color to be not that green. We're using diverging. It's going to be in the column color, something or other, isn't it? Columns, color, FX. Here it is. We want to change this color. Let's make it blue to help people with color blindness because we want to make it accessible. Then red and blue is better. Okay, blue is growth. Green is the total profit. This one's wrong. We need to fix that. The others are correct, I think. Where is the title? The title lives under general title. Here it is. And we don't want this to say sum of profit by country. We want to say where are we having the most success? I just feel like it needs to be 2 clicks lower. That's nice. Total profit, we want that to be which month has the most profit? These are the actual questions from the sales manager. So that's why I'm putting them in there. This is also where are we? Growth. Instead of success, I'm going to say profit because they asked for success, but they didn't define whether success meant profit or growth. Now this looks like it's too big and maybe the wrong color. It is. Watch this. It's like a real subtle. Watch this text box color. Okay. When I click between the two, it just changes ever so slightly. So I've got this is slightly lighter than that one, I think. Yep. So I need to fix that. Make it a bit darker. That should be right now. It is. Okay, and then this one is completely wrong. So that one needs to be Seago UI Lite. It needs to be 14. I think that's right now. Yep. And total profit by date and product is which product should we invest in? Lovely. Look at that. We answer all the questions with appropriate visualizations that don't have any crap in them, although this one's still got a bit of chart junk. You know what chart junk is? This is chart junk. Date, and then it's obviously a date. So we don't need date, and this is chart junk, total profit, because, oh no, maybe it's not. Because I don't say total profit anywhere else. But we've got to get rid of that chart junk. We need it to be clean, as clean as possible. So that's in the x-axis title. We want to get rid of the title because we know it's dates across the bottom. Total profit I might allow, but I think it's a bit dark. Title, let's make it lighter using my rule of don't make things too dark. What do we think about the legend? Do we think the legend should exist there or should it be bottom center, which is my favorite spot? Bottom center is pretty good. I'm pretty happy with bottom center. I think we leave it. Okay. This has got a nice background thing here. Which one looks nicer? This one or this one? This one or this one? I vote mine. All right. It would be bad if I did this whole series and then I just made a crappier report. You'd be so disappointed in me. All right. It's not beyond the realms of possibility, I can tell you. All right. I'm going to make this just go all the way across. We're going to make it Seago UI Lite. We're going to make it 24. That's the standard title. It's going to be called Executive Summary. sales performance. Was that what it said in the other one? Executive summary, finance. It's called a finance report. Oh, because it's profit and stuff. I always alt tab to try and go between. So here's a bug. Well, I don't know if it's a bug, but here's a thing I'd like in Power BI. I'd like to alt tab and then be able to choose between these pages instead of. Yeah, there's no way that's ever going to happen. Okay, executive summary, sale, finance report. Finance report. There's two options here. I could just because I made the text box go all the way across, like I could just iterate, put it in one space here, and then I made the text box go all the way across, so I could just set the background color of the text box, which is nice because then you don't have another artifact. Or the other thing you can do is you could insert a shape, right? You can insert a rectangle. I don't like the color right now, but we're going to work on that. What color should we make it? What's a good color? Are we going to put our Aardvark Finance logo in? I think we should. Pictures, Aardvark. Here's our Aardvark logo. Can I just drop it in? Nope. What I tried to do there was just do that, and it didn't work. I actually have to go and get it, which is unfortunate. Insert image, Aardvark. It's in pictures. Aardvark icons. Look at all these crazy pictures I've got in here. Pictures of people. Oh, there it is right there. Open. Aardvark Finance. Your trusted financial advisors. Like that there. And then we'll move the text box over a bit. Now, Aardvark's logo is white. So I'm going to change the background of the actual logo to be white like that. Oh, it almost works. We just need to fix this color. Okay, effects, background. Ooh, can we make this real light blue? Oh, that's nice. That's nicer. Nah, feels not right. Feels not right. Aardvark doesn't have any corporate colors. What does that one look like? I like it to be pretty neutral. I love neutral. There we go. There. That's what we want. That's better. Wait, Control Tab lets you move between the pages, and tabs it. No. Are we going to try this and it's going to work? Control Tab. No, Control Tab doesn't. Wait, if I've got a page selected, does it? Doesn't work. I guess it kind of does if I control and then. That's 2 clicks though. I need a single click solution. You probably couldn't see that because I put the thing over the top, but yeah, it was kind of Control Alt Tab. Oh no, that didn't work either. Alt Tab moves between things here. Control Shift Tab. No, it doesn't work. Control Tab takes me. Oh, it's like the tab order of the. It's been a long time since I've thought about tab order. You can set that in Power BI though, right? Your tab order. We've got a bit of an empty space here. Should we put something interesting in there? I don't know. I kind of like that it, maybe we could put in a different product, something or other. Segment. Put in the segment. Segment's a good idea. Let's make a segment selector. Channel partners, enterprise. Oh, shit. Enterprise hasn't had a great run. Government, doing well. Mid-market, small business. Okay, well, let's get rid of enterprise. Look at that. Oh, okay. Oh, I discovered something. We've got to fix these titles. They're too dark. We're almost done. Control tab goes through all the little items on the pages bar, including the layout buttons and the arrow buttons. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it was cycling through things. So, based on this, I would say let's just not do any more enterprise work. What are we doing? We're fixing this up. Oh, I've still got my edit interactions on. How are we going? We're going good for time. We're gonna publish this up now to our friends, to the sales manager, to say, hey, sales manager, look at this cool thing I made. All right. Slicer header. Hang on a sec. Just gonna do that. Right. Got intruders. What was I doing? Fixing the slicer header. Does anyone like DIN as a font? Because I don't. What? That's this font here. This font. Why did they put DIN? Why DIN? I don't know. It's not a great font. Let's make it Seago UI Lite, my favorite font. See, it looks nicer already. Just by doing that. Just by doing that. Did make it a little bit big here. So we can reduce the size a little bit, hopefully. Iterate down slightly. Because I know it's a date. I don't necessarily need to, but yeah, leave date and segment. So this is our little slice. Now we need our little visual border. So general effects, background, visual border, on. Not that dark though. The light as possible. Done. And if we had a big long list, I would put that there. If I had other dimensions, I would put them down here as well. Is there an argument to say that you should have the visuals on the left and the slices on the right? And, there's all sorts of layouts you can go for. We're going for this one. Jamie says DIN fits everywhere when it's reduced to 8-point font. Oh, yeah. Okay. Fair enough. And the others don't. But yeah, it's not great, he says. I won't put that one up for you, Jamie. All right. It's good though. Let's step back from my report. Is there anything that's like too much? There's two things. One is this is slightly too dark. The other is this stands out to be maybe a bit much, and I might turn it off. I don't know if it's adding value. Because I guess let's look at government when everybody what was it? Enterprise, where everything sucks. Because there's no middle ground, right? It's either above or below. So like this is good if you want to see the diverging, but okay. So let's fix these items first. They're a little bit too big, a little bit too dark. So that's the values. Just notch them down one go and we'll make them dark, but not too dark. Here it is more important than the title, right? So I do want these to kind of stand out, but they're not more important than the data. So I kind of I have to be like in the middle here. See, that makes it less than the title and then it starts to look weird. Let's change the font to Seago UI Lite. Maybe that'll help me. And then we'll make it a bit darker. Yeah. And then we'll change the title font to be less. I think that's my problem. The title font needs to be like that. Yes, that's the one. All right. Oh, I moved it, did I? Whoops. Better. Much better. Nicer looking. This ribbon font's kind of weird. This ribbon chart's kind of weird when you select each of the segments though, isn't it? Okay, and then this is the last ugly thing on my report, so I'm going to fix it up. What is it? Is that the legend? Is that the... It's not... It is the legend. Okay. The text is too dark. What happens if I change this to Seago UI? Oh, that's better. And then what if I do that? Ooh. It's bolded though. Oh, the total growth percentage is bolded automatically, and I can't do anything about it. That's better, but I actually think I'm going to turn it off after all that. I think I'm going to turn it off because, yeah, I'm just okay with that. I don't need to know that it's diverging. I don't need to know what the colors mean. So the legend doesn't add any value to me. Mexico killing it in mid-market. And they had their best month in the month between May and July. June? That's interesting. I can't tell that that's June. Should I be able? I can, because it says the 6th. It does say the 6th there, but interesting. Well, I'm pretty happy with this. This, I think, does a much better job of answering the questions. We can select dates, except for here and here, because this is showing all the dates. So we can select a different date. We can select government. We can select the segment. And if we had lots of other dimensions, we could put them down here. I think we did it. Turn off bold in the title section under legend. Oh, can you do that? Let's quickly check. Apparently I can turn off the bold. We'll have a quick look to see what it looks like. I'm still probably going to turn off the legend, but so legend, title. No, I cannot turn off the bold. It only gives me the title text as the thing, which is nice. I'm glad I can change the title text. And I understand why it's auto bolded, but I don't like it. Goodbye. All right. Saving my report. I'm going to move the overview page. This is where you have to be thinking about the user experience. The overview page is going to the front. I want your serious feedback right now. Did we achieve our goal of making a better report? Did we achieve our goal? And now, hang on, this report said total. This title didn't have a question in it. I don't want to cheat. I don't want you giving it to this one because it has a question in it, because this was like total sales by date or something like that. It might have even been sum of sales by date, but it doesn't matter. I think I'm pretty happy. Pretty odd. It's definitely better. Come on. It's definitely better. Honest feedback, though. If you think I failed, then let me know. All right. I'm going to delete this page because why? Because it sucks. That's why. I've created a new report. I'm ready to publish now. And then I've got these other pages that focus on the individual questions, if the sales manager wants to see that. These products, yeah, don't know about that one. Oh, that was where I was showing you events. Yeah, that's right. I'm going to delete this page. It doesn't help. Doesn't add value, and doesn't look right. We want to make our things like relatively okay in the same spot. There's a little bit of inconsistency here. I actually like this title better than I like the other ones. So maybe I'll change everything to this title. Did we just discover I can't format paint this? Or no, I can't. God. So it's a bit darker and a bit smaller? Is that what we did? $20 and yeah. A bit darker and a bit smaller. Bit smaller, bit darker. Looks great. Looks great. Looks great. Looks great. Bit dark, bit lighter. Seago UI light. Just need to move this one up a little bit. All right, stop obsessing over it, Greg. It's fine. That'll do. I could make all the pages have this title-y type thing. There's lots of things I could do. I could fix this so that it had the right background color. There's all that kind of stuff. Highlander says, DIN is rubbish, although DIN light is passable. Yeah, I'm with you. What about the gaps between the reports? Are they too wide? Should we? I think what I want to do is line this guy up with this guy. We need visual alignment here. We don't want to have too big a gaps. We want small gaps. Okay, I'll stop messing around with it now. I'm pretty happy with that. The data is the hero. Is the title too dark? Nah, it's okay. All right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it this color. Yes, that's better. Okay, now I'm ready. I'm ready to show it to the sales manager. First, I need a workspace to publish it in. So don't use your personal workspace. I know they give you a personal workspace. You almost never really want to use it. Only if you like making stuff for yourself. Because what you'll do is you'll publish it to your personal workspace, then you'll share it to somebody, and then you'll leave the organization, and then that report will disappear off the face of the earth, or it's just not good. It's not good. Don't do it. I'm going to log into Power BI. I'm going to create a new workspace. I'm going to do that over here because I'm probably got stuff on Power BI right now that I can't show you. So, all right. Creating a new workspace. We're going to call this is there anything here that, oh, it's mostly got demos. Yeah, we should be okay. All right, here I am in Power BI. This is the Power BI service. I'm creating a new workspace. To do that, I went to Workspaces and I clicked the big green New Workspace button. And now I'm creating a new workspace called Sales Data Reporting. Sales reporting is available. Can we assign it to the sales domain? No, we can't. This is a workspace for sales reporting. Apply. I'm going to move this over here because that's you guys. Okay, I've got a sales reporting workspace. Now, I have Fabric turned on, and so it automatically created Fabric content. I don't want that, though, so I can go over here and turn it off. I'm going to change the licensing level to just be a regular Power BI Pro license. Let's talk about Power BI licensing. You probably got Pro license. If you don't have a Pro license, then you can only use your My Workspace. That's the only thing you can do. And you can't share it to anybody because that's when Microsoft makes you pay, is when you want to share it. So if you want people to look at your reporting, you need to turn on, you need to have a Pro license. You need an E5 license is a common way to get a Pro license in Microsoft 365. Or you need to go and buy a Pro license. But, I don't want to discard my changes. Select the license. Now, I'm removing it from premium, and so now this little diamond here will disappear. It did. And now we're in a regular Pro workspace. It's called Sales Reporting. Awesome. I'm going to publish my report to the Sales Reporting workspace. Am I logged in as the right person? I am. Publish. I'm going to search for Sales Reporting. There it is, Sales Reporting. This folder's empty because there's nothing in it. Hit go. Let's have a look. Open the sales report PBIX. Interestingly, it didn't open it in the browser I had open. So anyway, this will do. It'll appear. There it is. This task flow thing's kind of annoying if you're just doing like regular Power BI. I don't want to see that. So my sales report gets published up and it creates a report and a semantic model. The report has all of the visuals. The semantic model has all of the data, the model. So what's the model? The model is this bit. It's got this bit in it. Calendar, financials. I had my key events. That's right. That's what I was doing. I was creating a little data model. So that's all of this plus all of the measures. So these little calculation guys here, these are measures, and that's what the model contains. The report contains all of the visuals. So it contains the definition of all these visuals. So that's what's happening up in the cloud there. When I publish, it splits it into two things, the report and the semantic model. Why does it do that? It's so that you can create multiple reports on top of your semantic model. You can do 2 reports. You could create another report on this model. In fact, if I click on this model, it'll say, do you want to create a report? So there's already a report, and do I want to create a new report? It used to just automatically create a new report. Now I don't even know where the button is. What do I have to do to create a new report anymore? Oh, probably up here. Analyze in Excel, explore the data, file, download the file. No, don't even know how to create a report anymore. It's been that long. Here's a report. Here's an add description button. Here's an explore this data. Share the semantic model to other people. So that would be just sharing the model without the report. Why can't you create a report anymore? Surely. Let's go back to the create report. Okay, you do it from here. There it is. I found the button I was looking for. So I could create a whole new report off that semantic model. So I've got all the same model. I could create some visualizations. What are my total sales by whatever? Total sales by date. There we go. Well, the best way to represent total sales and date is in a bar chart. Like I can create that. And then I can say this is a report. And it's going to be called Greg's Report 2 or whatever. And it's just a very simple report. But now you can see I've got 1 semantic model and 2 reports, right? So I've created a report using the same semantic model. And when I look at the lineage view, which is this cute little button over here, it'll show me the semantic model is connected to 2 reports. There we go. This is the source data. This is the model. And then here's the 2 reports that it's connected to. It's cool, isn't it? Love Power BI lineage view. Oh, people are asking questions. Skipping Stones and Fillery. I have access to Power BI via Employ, but it's little use for you until my skills increase. I want to have one of a Power BI license in a personal business that has little or no budgets. What's the best way to create and manage saving reports for now if you've got no budget? Creating them via work account, but saving them for personal laptop for loan. Continue and edit them in my own license at some later date. You can. There's a couple of different ways you can do it. If you want to do Power BI on the El Cheapo, you should be able to download Power BI desktop regardless. You don't need to log in to use Power BI desktop. So you could use this in this experience, and you don't need to be logged in up here. So if you download Power BI desktop just for yourself, and then you can just use it for yourself. Like a lot of the time when I look at my reports that I've built for myself in my own business, I just open the version in Power BI desktop. It's less good because, like I can accidentally move stuff around like this, right? It's not great. But I know how to use Power BI. It doesn't worry me. And so often I'll just look at them in there. And you can just do that. If you want to PDF it or whatever, you just like export to PDF. And then you can send it off to your friends, right? The PDF, it's weird how the PDF thing just iterates through your pages and takes snapshots. It just takes page snapshot. I wonder if it caught, the map took a little while to zoom in there. I wonder if it caught it after it zoomed in. See, look, this is my nice PDF. Did the map zoom in? I did. There's a map, okay. Look at this border around the map. Oh, I've upset myself. So there you go. There's your report. You can do that. And you don't need any license to do that. You can have fun in Power BI for free. Power BI is technically free. You can actually and you can also just, if you have, so the other thing you can do is spin up your own tenant in Microsoft 365, which is a little bit more involved. And if you've got your own Microsoft 365 tenant, then you can log in and you'll be able to publish to your My Workspace. So you wouldn't have access to anything else, but you would have access to My Workspace, which is this one. And I can publish my stuff up there if I wanted to have the web experience, but you can't share it to anybody and nobody else can access it until you are licensed. But yeah, you can spin up a Microsoft 365 tenant, no worries. And then you would have like your login would be like greg.n@aardvark.onmicrosoft.com, right? It'd be your company name .onmicrosoft.com until you got it all set up properly as a proper company. But to spin up a Microsoft 365 tenant is kind of, I think it's technically free because, like they want you to use this stuff. It will spin up an Azure environment in the background as well. So you'll have a proper Microsoft 365 tenant. But you got to be a little bit technical to do it. It's not like straightforward. Yeah, you get Power BI on a personal laptop and build and save them there. That's what Jamie said. Yeah. Save them all in there. It's all good. Cool. All right. So we published our report, and because I have a pro license and all of my fellow employees have a pro license, I can share this to my fellow employees. I'm going to delete Greg's report too because we don't want that sullying up our reports. So what are my sharing options now? How do I share this to people? I can hit this share button. That's a pretty good start, right? There's a share button right there. That would give somebody direct access to just that report. Okay. So if I had multiple reports here, they wouldn't be able to see all the reports. They'd only see that one that I shared to them. Sharing experience is relatively straightforward. You literally just look for someone. Let's find Thea who works with me. Here's Thea. Say, hi, Thea, I've got a report for you sent, right? So that's how you share direct. That's a direct share. We could share access to the workspace. So here in my sales reporting workspace, there's this manage access button up at the top here, right? If I wanted people to collaborate with me on building and sharing these reports, I would give them access to the workspace. I could also do that. And then the way you're supposed to do it is you're supposed to create an app for your end users. So if you're sharing to people who are only going to consume this report, they're going to interact with the report. If I'm going to share this to the sales manager, I create an app because the sales manager doesn't want to know about how I built it or anything like that. He wants the app experience. So let's create an app for the sales manager. We'll call the app Sales Reporting. This app contains sales reporting content. We'll give it a logo. I'm going to use the Aardvark logo because that's the logo of the day. Double A for Aardvark. Or should we use Prince? No, we'll use Aardvark. Okay, it didn't fit quite, but it's not too bad. And then we'll make it. This might be the worst color picker in all of Power BI, to be honest. It might be the worst color picker in all of Power BI. Why did they choose these colors and why can I not choose other colors? I hate this color picker. All right, enough said about color pickers. Let's make it gray because I like neutrals. And then contact information. So I can say, show a specific person. Like this is if they want, how do I get help for this? Right. So is it the person publishing it? Is it somebody else they should contact? Should it be people from their workspace? Like these are the people you get for contact about this particular app. Right. So you can put in a custom thing. So this is good if you're publishing from like a service account or something, and you need to show somebody else as the app publisher. So that's what you use that for. What's in the advanced settings? Ooh. Expand or collapse the navigation pane by default. I'll show you that in a second. Access hidden content. Should they see it if it's hidden from navigation? Almost never will you want that. This is a handy button. Install the app automatically. You sometimes want that. Oh, I'm just like drawing. Okay, there we go. Just go. Install the app automatically is a good one. I'm sure. When did I lose the ability to do an arrow again? Just so frustrating. All right. Allow users to make a copy of the reports in this app. You could either turn that on or off. And then there's a support site link you can put in as well. Okay. So that's our first thing that we do. The second thing is we add in the content we want to put in the app. We've only got one piece of content, which is the report, so we'll just chuck that in. So this is where you can choose. You might have a development report you don't want people to see, that kind of thing. Okay, so the sales report will be added in, and then when we go to audience, this is who we want to share it to. Okay, so we've got our nice report. It shows the different pages. We can click through the report, see what's going on. And then here, who has access to this report? And so in this, we say sales managers or whatever, right? So sales manager group, or we can give it to an individual. So we give it to Thea. Hey, Thea, there you go. Or we can just share it to the entire organization. So that's up to us. It automatically adds in workspace users. Users and groups in the workspace can access the content. They are affected by the advanced settings above. Advanced allow people in the audience to share the data sets, allow the people to build content from the data sets. So this is all, and when they say data sets, they mean semantic model. They haven't obviously changed it here in the thing, but yeah. So this gives people the ability to use this app the way they want. So what does the app look like when we're done? So we've got our sales reporting. We hit the publish button down the bottom here. And then we go, okay, publish your app, and you hit go. And then you get a link, and you copy the link, or you click go to app. So what you do is you send this to the sales manager. You go, hey, I finished this reporting for you. Here is the link to the report. Can you please, or the app, can you please check it out and let me know? And then they go, sure. And they click on the link and it takes them here. And so it takes them out of, there's no workspace anymore and crappy stuff. You just get the report in. And so this is the gray that I selected on the left-hand side. And then here's the report. And if I had multiple reports, they'd be listed down here on the left-hand side in the nav bar. And now I don't need to do anything. I don't need to control click to make things happen or whatever. They just work. Everything just works. And you can still use the coolest feature in Power BI, which is right click, analyze, show the increase. And then this is how you blow the sales manager's mind by going, holy moly, VTT and Velo is the reason why I made so much money last year. Right? And then they scroll down and they go, what? Oh, it's all of our low discount band products. And Germany was the place to buy products. That's what explain the increase from September to thing. Or you go explain the decrease from here to there, right? Analyze, explain the decrease. Why did it go down 47% from month on month? It's because because Amarilla and Velo, we've stopped selling them. And then we did a bit of Paseo, but it didn't help. See, I love this feature. It's like makes Power BI just so cool. Anyway, and that's why government was no good. Wait, enterprise. Enterprise is the one where we had losses. Oh my goodness, what happened here? Let's analyze. Explain the decrease. 137% decrease, and that's because of Mexico and the United States. Don't blame Canada, because Canada actually made money in enterprise in those 2 months. Power BI is awesome, friends. Power BI is awesome. Skipping Stone says, I have a Mac, so working as a VM for a Windows license since Power BI doesn't do Mac. Yeah, sorry about the whole Mac thing. Never happening. Sorry, it's never. I was talking to somebody at the Microsoft AI tour, and they were like ripping into me about not being able to use Power BI on a Mac, and like it's outrageous. They're missing a whole segment of the market. So Microsoft, if you're paying attention, there are Mac users out there that would very much like to have Power BI on a Mac. There's no reason you can't do it. I'll program it myself, he said. So there you go. Microsoft's position on this is that they're trying to bring feature parity to the web, so you don't need a Mac. So yeah, there you go. Hopefully you can do it all in the web. The question is, can you do it all in the web on a free license? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know is the answer. So yes, having a Mac is not great if you want to do Power BI. And enterprise is not great for our finance sales manager. And that is the end of the episode, folks. I think we achieved a lot. I feel like we achieved a lot. I'm feeling good about our Power BI report. I'm doing 2 things next year. This is probably the last one for the year. And then I'm going to come back after the holidays with some awesome stuff. The 2 things we're going to do is we're going to continue this series. We're going to build another cool report with different data. We're just going to keep iterating on data sets. So that'll be the Friday series. And then I'm going to start a new series and we're going to build Copilots. We're just going to automate my whole business with Copilots. Do you think I can do it? I have no idea, but we're going to try because I love AI. So tune in for Copilots if you're interested for that. Look out for that on the meetup. I'll put it in. Am I going to do it as part of the Power BI meetup? I don't know. I'll put the first couple in on the Power BI meetup, but I think we're going to have to move that because it's technically not Power BI. We're going to build AI, right? So, but if you're interested in that, follow the channel. Click like on the thing wherever you are right now. If you're on LinkedIn or YouTube, click like. I appreciate that. And well, I might do one more for the year. I'll see how I feel next week. Look out. If not, I'll see you next year. Have a great holiday period. Look after yourselves. It's so grateful for you guys for coming along and checking it out. Check out all the other videos if you want to see the previous iterations of how we built this report from scratch using the sample data. Literally free. There's nothing you need. Just download Power BI. Have a go. It's good fun. And yeah, we'll see you next time. I'm going to click the end stream button. It's going to end the stream. So we'll see you soon. Bye.